If you are up for some physical activity but don't want something as intense as CrossFit, you might be interested in the ROC Social Club. This is a fun way to get active, and here to tell us a little more about it is the director, Mark Cruttenden. Mark, thank you for joining us again.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure.
So tell us about the ROC Social Club.
Well, what we are is we are a sport and social club for everybody 21 and older. Almost all of our leagues are co-ed. We do a bunch of stuff year-round. We always have something going on, whether it's a league, an event, some type of tournament, whatever it may be. What we do is we offer a wide range of events, leagues, such as your typical softball, football, volleyball, all that type of stuff, and then also we do the fun stuff with dodgeball, kickball. We also do more social leagues, where outdoor games where you're playing like horseshoes, cornhole, that type of stuff, and then in the wintertime we'll go inside and do your different bar games leagues, and also with bowling as well.
Now, this is ROC Social Club. Is this something you join overall, or can people just take one sport at a time or one activity at a time?
Everything is pay-per-play. There's no monthly, no yearly dues, anything like that. Everything is based per play, per sport. Most price ranges are about $40 to $50 per league, depending on length and the type of league that it is.
You mentioned some of the sports and activities. They're kind of the normal. What are some out of normal ones?
Some of the out-of-normal ones would be like your backyard games, kickball, dodgeball. We're adding in things such as like ultimate frisbee, disc golf this year. Another league we're trying to get up and off the ground is the laser tag league. So we try to mix it up and keep things interesting. Anytime anybody has suggestions, anything they want to do, we'll look into it. If anybody has, if we find there's enough interest, we'll definitely run a league for it.
What would you say your most popular sport or activity is?
Probably dodgeball. Dodgeball is probably number one. Volleyball is probably a close second. Softball is another popular one. Volleyball, yeah, about those three would probably be our top.
What is the typical age group, I guess, you have come out?
Well, everything's 21 and older. Our typical age group is anywhere from about 22, 23 up through about your mid-30s. We do have people who do some of the other leagues that are in their 40s, and once we get into our bar games leagues and that, some of the older crowd will come out for that as well.
What are bar games?
Well, our bar games leagues, it's something interesting. Instead of going to the same bar every week, what we do is we go to a different bar every week over the course of a 7-week season. We'll play different games there, such as water pong, pool, darts, shuffleboard, whatever they may have at that bar. And then based off the amount of wins that you get points. And what we do is at the end of the season, we'll run tournaments in all those different games that we played throughout the season.
And this is all co-ed, every single sport or activity?
Some of them are mandated co-ed. Some of the bigger leagues like dodgeball, kickball, that type of stuff. The smaller leagues such as bowling, bar games, outdoor games, that type of stuff, it's not mandated co-ed, but we don't restrict it to anything.
Do you get people playing several different sports that you guys offer?
Yeah, we do have certain groups that they play just about every sport we offer. We have some people that are more into like volleyball, and if they're more into volleyball, then they typically play just that, and we go from indoor to sand, so we're basically playing volleyball year round. When we get like our dodgeball crowd, they usually transition over to kickball when it gets nice out and we go outside. Same thing with like our softball and football teams. People tend to migrate to what they're used to.
Can people join individually, or do they have to join as a team, or either or?
Either or. If you're going to sign up as what we call a single, you just register as a single. If there's like 2 or 3 of you don't want to play, but you don't have enough for a team, during the registration process, you have the ability to say, oh, well, I want to be able to play with this person. And then what we do is typically if we have enough single people registered, we will create a team out of all the singles. If not, we will place you on a team the best we can.
How many teams are there for each sport?
It varies based on the location, the timing, and the lighting, and how many teams we're able to take. Each season we have at least 4 teams. When we get into certain seasons, we can take anywhere from up to 8 to 16 teams, depending on all that.
You talk about seasons. What would a typical season look like?
A typical season is about 8 weeks long. We run 6-week regular season, 2-week playoffs. When possible, we do run a double elimination playoff system to guarantee people 2 more games a week. So we usually run that way. In some of the leagues, they do run a bit longer, about 9 to 10, even up to 12 weeks, depending on the sport.
And do you offer prizes at the end of each season?
Yes. Each season what we do is we have a bar sponsor. At the end of the season, the league winner, they receive a gift card to that bar sponsor. The other thing that we do to help encourage people to help support that bar sponsor during the season is we run what we call a bar tab contest. Each week afterwards, this is where the social aspect comes into. You know, you go hang out with your team, hang out with the other teams, have a couple drinks, get something to eat, whatever it may be after your games are over. And what we do is we say, hold on your receipts, turn them into us the following week. The team that spends the most at the end of the season, you're going to get a gift card back to that sponsor bar for 15% of what you spent.
You mentioned the social aspect, so this really is it. People come out, they have a good time, they can make new friendships, and they're also being active and getting fit.
Oh, absolutely. You know, we're a great way for especially people who are new to the area. You know, if you're just out of college and you just moved here for a job, whatever it may be, we're great for that aspect of it. We're also great as far as companies want to get involved. They want to get their groups involved for team building, that type of thing. It's a great way. Even with networking in different businesses, you meet people from a wide range of different industries, and you never know when that stuff might come in handy.
So say you offer some sports coming up this summer. How soon should people register or sign up?
We typically open registration for an upcoming sport anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks before it begins. For our more popular sports, such as like sand volleyball this summer, kickball, the earlier the better. Those leagues typically tend to fill up, such as like our outdoor games and that type of stuff. For those leagues, it really doesn't matter. We'll take as many teams as we can get for those type of leagues.
What is your website where people can find all this information?
The website is www.therocsocialclub.com. It's a great new website that we just launched last month. Everything's up and running. It's a really nice website.
Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thanks for having me.
Well, Mark was just talking about the ROC Social Club. He will be on again later this month to tell us which sports will be a part of SportsFest this summer. We are going to take a quick break, and then when we return, we are going to visit Pyramid Sports Performance Center. Stay tuned.